So, apparently that song, Mia Khalifa, I think that bit really did get to her. For a long time, I didn't think, excuse me, I really didn't think that song would hurt Mia Khalifa's feelings, but apparently it did. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have seen quite a bit of this. Mia Khalifa regrets being in the porn industry. And she's done a few interviews and a couple of different things. She posted this TikTok right here. I shall show you all. And to be honest with you, this might sound really callous, but I don't feel all that bad for Mia Khalifa at all, because every woman that's about to enter the porn industry, they know what's up. Even if they don't listen, they may not know about the porn industry, but they know that once they go in, you ain't getting out. And I don't mean literally. I mean, once you become a porn star, that's it. You a porn star. There's no go past go collect $200. There's no let's reevaluate this. Let's know I'm a different change person. No, nigga, it's that be it. Unfortunately, that be it. And I know that she knew it. Like here's the thing. Me and Khalifa's story is one of this.
Struggled my entire childhood with weight, and I never felt attractive or worthy of male attention. And suddenly, my first year of college, I start losing all this weight from making small changes. And by the time I graduated, I was ready to make a bigger difference. I felt extremely self-conscious about my breasts because that was the first thing to go when I lost all the weight. I lost about 50 pounds. I don't know how many kilos that is, or stones.
Well, it's a considerable amount of weight.
Yeah.
It changed your body, it changed you physically.
Completely. Yeah. So my biggest insecurity was my breasts. So I wanted to more or less go back to what they normally were. And once I did that, I started garnering all of this attention from men, and I was never used to it. And I felt like unless I held on to it and kind of did what was asked of me or what was expected of me, it would go away. And after feeling what it was like, that validation and, the compliments for the first time, I did not want that to go away.
You were spotted, I think, on a street. I mean, there you were a young graduate wanting to sort of find a job, and you were spotted on a street by a guy who said, I can work with you, and clearly he opened up and said, it's the porn business. What was it in you that far from running away, was drawn into it?
It wasn't. That's not how it was. It wasn't just, hey, do you want to come do porn? It was more so, oh, you're beautiful. Like, would you like to do some modeling? Oh, you have a great body. Like, I think you'd be great in nude modeling. Things like that. And after I came and toured the studio, it was very respectable. It was a gorgeous location. It was in Miami, in Doral, Florida. It was clean. Everyone who worked there was nice. All of their cubicles were decorated with family photos. Like, it was nothing dodgy or that made me uncomfortable. And after the first time I went in wasn't the first time I filmed a porn movie. It was the second time. The first time was more so, do you want to do this? Like, sign the paperwork, et cetera, et cetera.
So, you would probably think that I would feel sympathy for her, but no, I really don't, because there's about 155, probably like 5 different other ways, we're going to be realistic, of which you could reobtain your sense of self and validate yourself that does not require you being paid to go have sex with some dude on camera. There's a lot. And she says that she wants male attention. Listen, fam. This is the curse of man clear as day. Okay? Sorry, all you atheists who ain't a fan of the Bible. But those desert-dwelling nincompoops knew what they meant when they said, your desire will be unto your husband, and he shall rule over you. Listen, if this is the curse of women, they need and they crave male attention. They need it. They need it. And it's interesting to me that the need could be so strong that you would give reckless abandon to what everyone in history had been telling you up to that point. There's no way Mia Khalifa didn't know. You know what? Maybe she is that naive. Maybe she was that naive 6 years ago when she went in and she did all the porn films that she did. Honestly, I'll be with you guys. I don't really even understand why Mia Khalifa was so popular. I really don't. I'm not saying she's unattractive. I don't really get the super duper trooper appeal of her. I'm sure that never in her wildest dreams she thought that she would be kind of genuinely, despite the fact that she only had like a short tenure in porn, would be quite the sex symbol. You know, I'm not saying she's Marilyn Monroe, but I mean, for the internet age, yeah, she's up there. And of course not. The truth of the matter is, here's the truth about porn. Most women tap out of porn pretty quickly. There's a lot of girls, there's a lot. Like, for as many porn stars as you see, my friends, there's a lot of porn stars. They're not porn stars. They're women who have done porn. Dude, they tap out real quick and real fast. Now, why? Why is that? Ain't it be obvious? Not only is it the shame of confirming that the only thing valuable about you is your vagina, which many women do on a regular basis. I'll have to make a video talking about that. It's not only that shame of like having to come to terms with the fact that only your holes and orifices mean anything to anyone, but there's the fact that you're going to have to deal with this for a long while. And it's not even, I don't know. I don't really have the correct word to use here. It's not that so much I feel bad for these girls, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, come on, like you knew, we're not, come on, this is 4 years ago, 2014. We know about porn. We knew all these different things. We know it ain't good. But the thing is that gets me is Mia Khalifa is still sex worker positive. It's like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then Mia wants this petition to remove her porn videos from the internet, and 1,300,000 people signed the petition. I find it hilariously interesting that this petition gets signed. It's like really? Like really? This is the one that people come out for. Remove some porn videos off the internet. This is the one that people want to put their signature on. Of one woman, by the way, Mia Khalifa. As if she didn't know what she was getting herself into. Okay, Mia, fine. Maybe she really didn't think that she was going to blow up as much as she did. Maybe she didn't think she'd get the death threats that she got. But here's the thing, she's still here. So for as many death threats as she got, apparently no one has followed through. And if she is so scared of being killed, I suggest she gets a Model 1887 type of shotgun and kablamo. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's my thing. But the point is, like, if Mia complains about her fear of people, of strangers having this connection with her, you know, because they saw her naked and vulnerable. A lot of people seem to not register this. But yes, seeing someone vulnerable does build a connect. Like, first of all, like the whole mechanization or the mechanics of the entire thing of like looking at pornography is gonna build some kind of connection between the two people, despite the fact that they've never met. Why? Because you're both in a vulnerable position. Most people don't masturbate in public. Most people. You do it in your home. You do it by yourself. If you are naked and she's naked, you guys are both vulnerable. That's in the emotional state that you're in. You are imagining yourself being with this woman as she looks into the camera, giving you this. Your reptilian brain can't register that that's just a screen. So to your body's mind thinks that it's having sex. Okay, like it feels that. So it produces the same chemicals, maybe not to the same degree as like actually having sex, but that connection, that mind connection, especially if you do it repeatedly, is gonna create a connection. Of course, I recognize this because like I think critically about everything, but it would appear to me that lots of porn stars don't register that when you get naked and vulnerable, people are going to imagine themselves having sex with you. And that chemical bond is going to occur if they like you a lot and they keep masturbating to you. It will create a chemical dependency. So yes, people are going to recognize you on the street, and yes, they're going to feel close to you. People, guess what? Not only, people don't just, that's just the biomechanicals of like masturbating to a woman and thinking about her sexually a lot. There are people that feel a tight, strong connection to just regular celebrities, just regular popular people who are similar to them or have similar backstories or look similar to them. They will build this connection, this parasocial connection. There's a whole word for it. I'm pretty sure Aiden Palin has talked about it at some point in time. Of course, that's ignored quite a bit. Like a lot of people don't recognize it. But being popular or being mainstream, being out there, being open and authentic is going to build a connection between you and someone else. There's some association is going to occur. And Mia, in her foolishness, thinks that she can control this as if people didn't just download all of her videos and just won't re-upload them if they remove them on the internet. Come on, nigga. Think for a second. Your petition does nothing. But she didn't recognize the fact that this was going to happen to her. The truth of the matter is, honestly, Mia should 100% be trying to use this opportunity to tell people, listen, look at what happened to me. Don't do it. Instead, she's trying to wipe the slate clean for herself. So she's still being solipsistic. And that's partly why I don't really respect her too much. You can't still be positive or sex positive, which is really promiscuity positive. Because guess what? Sex positive and like having a loving family and having children, that's pretty positive. But that's not what they're talking about when they say sex positive. You ever notice that? It's not a loving, beautiful relationship between a man and woman that cares about each other and takes care of each other. No, that's not sex positive. Sex positive is bouncing between penis to penis and vagina to vagina, and no one should have a negative feeling about that. No one should feel bad. That's sex positivity. Come on. It's promiscuity positivity. That's what that is. It's being promiscuous positivity. That's what that is. It's not loving relationships where men and women respect each other and they like each other, just like each other, niggas. They just enjoy each other. No, none of that. So come on. So now that we got that established, promiscuity positive. If you're still you're gonna throw women to the meat grinder, Malia. You're gonna tell women to go to the meat grinder. Well, it's on OnlyFans, so it's different. No, it's not different. It's not different. If anything, it's going to escalate that bond that person feels to that woman because now they have a direct line to communicate with her. It's not different. Like the same problem that you have here, Mia, of strangers feeling they're connected to you. Yeah, that I've been trying to say this about simps this whole time. That's why they pay for OnlyFans. That's why they like it so much, because they're lonely and they have no one else. You can't control that. And the thing that bothers me the most is the fact that this woman is so just arrogant. I mean, like, this is just the sheer arrogance to where she thinks that she can remove her past and be gone and be done with it and have Bang Bros stop, like, popularizing their videos. Like, what? What? No. Once you had sex, they own that content, dude. Sorry. Except I'm not Bang Bros, but that's just how it be. You signed the contract, man. If you didn't read the fine print, that's on you. You were the one in the boardroom, dude, not me. You can't control the internet or control people's perception of you to such a degree when you were the one who went out and you did it. And then the thing that gets me the most is Mia Khalifa is married. Like, she didn't even take a L. She didn't take a... Like, this woman went into porn, was one of the most popular porn stars ever. And some guy still was like, I'll stay with her forever. You got all these people supporting you. You didn't even take a L. The only L that exists is in your mind. If you can master your mind, if you can master your own fear and master your own paranoia, which is easier said than done, which is easier said than done, sure. But if you master your own mind, there's no problem. You're not struggling with anything. No one has actually attempted to hurt you. And if they did, we have firearms. Like, if you live in the United States, you have a right to bear arms. There you go. Learn how to shoot a gun. Install a security system in your house. Get a big guard dog. Well, I mean, if it's a puppy, it's going to take some time to grow. So you'll have to, like, I don't know where you would find a guard dog. Do people sell guard dogs? I don't know. Get one of those. Buy security. I don't know. Create a business, buy security, have them watch your house. If you're really that terrified, if you're really that scared, if you're really that afraid to go outside, like, dude, you have to master that yourself. Like, we can't help you with that, man. Like, even if we move all your videos, people still saw them. Like, we can't change your mental state. That's on you. If you master that, you don't have any problems. That's the thing that I've noticed about a lot of young ladies is that, and I made this whole video, and I love watching it get confirmed, that a woman's greatest opponent is herself. If, like, this is all, like, this is all self-inflicted in every avenue, in every way. Self-inflicted in her feeling like she needed male attention and male validation. So instead of finding a boyfriend that would love her and care about her, she decides to go into porn. So many other avenues, but okay, you picked self-inflicted. Now you are scared and terrified that people build a connection with you and they talk to you and they try to touch you again. I mean, that's more of them if they're trying to touch you or assault you. That's them. But the fear, the fear, the paranoia, that's on you. You're your own enemy there. And we can't help you with that, man. But the thing that kind of gets me the most is the fact that, like, Mia's not trying to stop women from doing it. Like you can't be for sex workers, dude, while you're constantly complaining about all the problems. It doesn't even make sense. If you're saying mainstream pornography is the problem, the producers are the problems. They're gonna force you to do things and take your consent away and do all of that. And sure, maybe that might be the case. But you think it's better because you're on, what, OnlyFans? You think it's better because you have the premium Snapchat? Why is that better? Because you don't have like a manager? You don't have other people? You're still trading your sex appeal to leverage it for stuff for men. Which is interesting to me, which honestly, I know a lot of women think that they're in a position of power, but they're really not. You recognize that you've given your entire livelihood is predicated on men taking care of you. Your whole existence is trading, maybe it's lots of men, but it's still men. Which is interesting. Let me tell you guys something, fam. This might be a little bit of a tangent, but this is something I want you guys to like really like chew on this one for a second. Like just chew on this one. How are the same women that have such a disdain and disrespect and hatred for men and even the simps that support them live their whole lives, their whole livelihood and existence? They get to have a life of luxury on the backs of all these men, still call them trash, still hate them, and still disrespect. Can you imagine? Imagine the arrogance it takes to have your whole life be carried by men, and you still have the nerve to disrespect, like the nerve to be mad when they take care of you. Your whole life is taken care of you by men. Lots of men. Hundreds of men. Millions of men, maybe. But the thing is, here's the thing though. You realize at first glance, it seems like this is a position of power. Because of course it does. Look at all this money I got, guys. I got thousands of dollars. I got a house, guys. I got a car, guys. Listen, guys, all I did was shake my ass cheeks and I made $90K and like $40K in a month. $90K in 2 months. What should profit a man to gain the whole world, but to lose his soul? You are a slave to millions of men. And you don't even recognize it. Because all you saw was you've got lots of money. All you saw was you've got lots of pound and dollar signs, sure. Now you're in a big house. But how did you get there? You had to sell your soul. You had to prostitute yourself to lots of men that you don't even like in order to get there. And somehow you're the one in a position of power. No, you're not. Because your life is being taken care of not by your own skills, your own merit, but because men like you and men want you. Men have made your whole life They've made your whole life. Your whole life is predicated on men. I don't see where there's any respect for that. I'll be honest with you. Not only just because of the mistreatment and the disdain these same women will have for these men who have given them their lives or given them this opportunity for them to be, but also because you've done it of no skill and no merit, but with your mere existence of being a genetic freak. You were born special, you were born attractive, you were born some way. Maybe you weren't, maybe you got plastic surgery, who knows? But you take and take and take and take from men, and I'm somehow supposed to respect that, and Mia is somehow supposed to support that, despite the fact that her need and validation from men got her here in the first place. It's foolishness. It's ridiculous in so many different levels. Like, this is why I can't take Mia Khalifa seriously. Not just the arrogance to think that she can control the whole of the internet or control a porn company to remove her videos so they're not advertising it anymore. Like, she didn't give them the rights to do that when she went to their studio and recorded that film. But also, she is still pro, let's push these women out there. Let's still do it. Still do it. Ruin my whole life. Ruin my sense of self. Still do it. And then, this woman has the nerve to be married to someone that is okay with all the peniles she done put in her mouth and still be sad and still be upset. You, like Mia Khalifa, took no L's. There are no L's here for her. If she just mastered her mind and mastered her, and which sure, it may take therapy, it may take time. It'll take time, sure. But if she masters that, like, people may say mean things to her. Oh well, who cares? Some guy may come to touch you. Learn some kung fu. You know, just give him a good one. Right? Like, if you could do that. But instead, you want to be a victim and have people sign your petition and prop you up. No, you're not a hero. You're especially not a hero if you're still trying to push women or let women go and do the same thing you did. Only difference, well, they're using their camera. They're using their cell phone camera to record. They're doing it by themselves. So that clearly is different, and it's not the same thing, and it's not going to destroy their self-esteem at all. No, because they're the ones choosing to do it. No, nigga, if you get to this point, you mean to tell me you were 12 and you were like, yeah, I feel I'm going to make me OnlyFans. If you're 12 and your life's purpose is to get to OnlyFans or to get to Prima Snapchat, your parents failed you, man. They failed you, dude. And you're failing them, Mia. Like, you're not a hero. You're failing them. You have this life experience. You took no L's. You took none. You took no L's. No L's. Only W's. You're married to someone who is okay with being married to a porn. You took no L's. Only W's. Straight are winning. And you're still just miserable. Like, dude. And then you want to push other women to do the same thing. Dude, like, no. Like, no one should have any sympathy for that. No one should. No one should sign your petition. No one should try to help. You should just sit there and just be happy with the fact that you got married. You won. You took no one is hurting you. You have a whole husband. You're done. You win. You're done. Just take the W. Just take the W and just go. Instead, you're still like, yeah, go on, girls. Go chain your lives to the whims of men on the internet. That's a position of strength and you're empowered. You're empowered if your whole life is you being taken care of by thousands of men. You're powerful. No, you're not. Because the moment that avenue goes away, what are you going to do? What does that say? What does that say about your character? What does that say about you as a person? You're going to bite the hand that feeds you. You're not virtuous. You're not good. You're not cool. Come on. Don't try to have girls aspire to be this and let them go out and do this. Come on, dude. With that being said, man, I just hope you guys got something out of today's video. You probably did, but if you did, man, go click the like button. And sure, go and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below. As always, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.